let's talk about your old pal, the Venn diagram. Remember what a Venn diagram is? It's a visual representation of a given statement. It illustrates what a given statement looks like when that statement is assumed to be true. So we might have a Venn diagram that illustrates the statement, all dogs are canines, or no dogs are canines, or some dogs are canines, or some dogs are not canines. And each one of these Venn diagrams represents visually its accompanying statement. What's important to remember about Venn diagrams is that they don't prove those statements true. They simply illustrate what those statements look like visually when they're assumed to be true. And we've been using Venn diagrams to test arguments for validity, and we're going to continue to do so. Except now we're working with categorical syllogisms, which are arguments that are comprised of 3 standard form categorical statements that include 3 terms. So we might have a categorical syllogism like this one. All banjo players are awesome people. Some banjo players are rednecks. Therefore, some rednecks are awesome people. Now, the Venn diagrams we've been using have had only 2 circles, one to account for the subject term and one to account for the predicate term. But now we have this 3rd term, our middle term. So how are we going to use Venn diagrams to test our categorical syllogisms for validity, knowing that we have 3 terms? Did you say add a circle? You're so smart. Yes, we're going to add a circle. And there's a couple things we want to take note of. And I mean literally take note of this, okay? We're going to number our Venn diagrams for categorical syllogisms in this manner. 1 is at the very top, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The placement of the numbers is arbitrary, but it's going to be easier for us to have consistent, coherent conversations if we're all numbering our Venn diagrams in the same way. We're also going to make sure that we have the middle term circle above the subject and predicate term circles. Okay, so it's going to be on top of, and this kind of makes intuitive sense, right? Because here we have the minor term of our argument, rednecks, on the lower left. We have our major term of the argument, awesome people, the predicate of the conclusion, on the lower right. And we have our middle term, banjo players, kind of up on top of both of those. Okay, so again, the arrangement of the circles and the numbers is arbitrary, but this is how we're going to do it. And it's important that we do it this way so that when we're talking about our Venn diagrams, we know exactly what we mean by, oh, you need to shade area 2, or you need an X in area 4. Okay, so make note of this. This is how we're going to be arranging the circles of our Venn diagrams.